Welcome back to Pickleball U, the #1 collegiate pickleball podcast. We're still alive, the only one out there. There's rumors there's another one coming, but
What? Wait, for real? Wait,
not worried that. Yeah, there is.
who?
Are we giving them? We're giving them fucking marketing already?
No.
I wouldn't yet because it hasn't happened yet. But when it does happen, I'm happy to talk about it because the people running it,
they're awesome. Yeah,
and they're taking a little bit different take than they're going to try to do it, serious and professional. So
what?
no, I'm just kidding. No, they're just good. They're going to be they're going to do a little bit different, like field interviews and things like that. So I think it'll be, a rising tide lifts all boats.
Okay, I like it. Optimism.
Screw that. I want to crush them.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I forgot to put my hat on.
Oh wow, nice.
There we go.
Well, yeah, this is episode 24, officially 6 months in. Jesus.
I have a question for you guys. Did you really think that we would make it this long?
I thought that you go ahead, Martin. You go first.
Like, not really. This is
Bro, you're the producer.
Not that we wouldn't make it this long. I was worried we'd have stuff to talk about this much. 24 episodes of college pickleball is crazy. Like, we talked about a bunch.
But I'm telling you, people are. Oh, Timber. Wait, hold on. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say I was going to be a jerk and say I felt like I felt like it'd be fine once you added me. So
that's actually fair. That's actually a fair point.
I gotta be honest. If it was like Timber, if it was just Martin and I, we'd probably would run out of stuff to talk to. Two, Martin would probably just kill me. But I'm done with this thing. He 100% would. What's funny is Martin said not a lot to talk about, but I don't think people realize we actually talk just about every day in our chat about college pickleball and about stuff going on. We break news to each other. We show, I said, Purdue building this crazy complex.
Yeah, they're insane. Shout out the Boilermakers. Hopefully they can win something now.
Oof. But not having enough to talk about. I'm like, hey man, I think the off season is going to be hilarious with us.
Yeah. There's so much to talk about.
We gotta make something up.
and David's not lying, man. I mean, yesterday I get a FaceTime call that I ignore because I always assume FaceTime is just butt dialing. He was like, "Dude, I got breaking news. Get on your FaceTime." So I had a kid at a student at an event was like, "Man, how do you guys know so much about college pickleball?" And I said, "Well, you got to remember, you're involved in college pickleball." And then you go to class and you have a social life and you do all these cool things. When you go do all that, I'm still just thinking about college pickleball. That's basically all I do.
Yeah. It's insane the amount of, I don't want to call it useless knowledge because I do enjoy it.
Hey.
But just the amount of space college pickleball takes up in my small brain right now. I'm getting more and more pumped about these final few weeks. It's going to be insane.
And I love too. I didn't know you knew about the Purdue thing. The head of rec sports at Purdue yesterday emailed me and said, "Hey, we broke ground, and here's a picture." And he's like, "We don't have it." He goes, "I wish it was indoor, but that'll be next because they have a big
that dude on the show."
Oh, I'll bring him on anytime. He's awesome. Mike. Shout out to Purdue's administration. Are pickleball players like the rec people.
Yeah.
And what a huge advantage that is.
Yeah.
It's too bad they're not football. Maybe they'd win a football game now and then. But that was for my boys. That was for Sebastian and the boys at Purdue. My buds at Purdue.
Have a New Year's resolution.
What?
On the show that when we give compliments the whole way and don't at the back end just shit on people.
That's not my style, man. That's not how I was raised.
So good, and we're so positive, and then we go, and then we just throw nukes into the back end of these things.
We lose half our viewership, bro.
Yeah. So, but no, what Purdue's they're doing a 16 complex. It's going to be awesome. It's going to have a couple tennis courts too.
Yeah.
And they've got it, but I go to my boys at IU and I'm like, hey, okay, IU rec sports, why aren't we doing this? And they're like, we didn't have a huge donor give us $1 zillion so we could do it. So
Mark Cuban.
Yeah, let's go Fernando or Mark Cuban or somebody out there.
Yeah, after he signs that rookie deal, boom.
Yep.
And he's a pickleball player. So
Love it.
Let's go. But yeah, that's going to be a huge boon for Purdue for the 3 weeks it's warm enough to play during the school year. That's going to be a great thing for them.
Well, I mean, we were actually talking about it before you actually hit record on the show. Was Timber loves to make up rules about making college pickleball more important, but there's no off-season practice rules about college pickleball. So the whole community in college pickleball or whoever can use those courts all during the summer, like when schools. I mean, there's summer sessions, but they can still go and do those things. Yeah,
I'm sure they'll be heavily used. And
I hope so.
Yeah. I'd love to. I suspect I know who the donor is, but I don't know. And so I'm not going to have any kitchen. Well, I just have, I don't want to say because I feel like if I'm wrong,
bro.
I feel like there's an obvious choice. I mean, the obvious choice would be Drew Brees. I don't know that it's Drew Brees. I don't even think it's Drew Brees, but Drew Brees is really into pickleball and he's really into Purdue. So now nobody's told me that. Nobody's even suggested that. It just makes sense. There also could be some engineer out there that made $1 zillion as a civil engineer that just gave a check that nobody's ever heard of.
I'm leaning that way. I feel like Drew Brees would have put his name on it.
Yeah,
the type of guy. The Drew Brees Boilermaker courts.
Well, and it's not just Drew, but like some of the guys that he went to school with, they were like managers on the football team when he was there. They're part of that whole Pickler conglomerate.
Oh,
they own several Midwest Picklers, and so Drew gets a lot of the attention, but they do all the work.
Well, I mean, listen, that speculation fits the show right now. We're breaking that. We're 100%.
Drew Brees made the Purdue courts.
No, there's zero evidence of that. It would be a cool story. It'd be a cool story if he did.
Thank God I'm the one that edits. That's getting. All right, boys. I'll wrangle you guys in. So this episode is actually about. We're gonna go a little deeper into the eligibility requirements. NCPA and Duper within the last month have dropped their new eligibility requirements. APP, no news there yet. Word on the street is they're staying the same.
Yeah.
Typical.
Well, I think they have to because they're so tied into NERSA and club sports. And, the club sports motto for almost any sport that's part of the Club Sport Federation is 6 hours.
See, Timber, I would agree with you if it wasn't for the fact that they have an asterisk next to some pickleball stuff. Where they just decided
the asterisk is
the same.
This doesn't count for pickleball. It's like under every subsection.
Every other sport it counts towards, but pickleball, like, you don't have to follow this one. So, like, they could say, hey, listen, we just want to go on a run of asterisks here and, do this. But they're not going to because Duper and NCPA are making it harder to play, whereas APP is going, we'd like to have events with more than 6 teams where 5 of them are from the same school.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and also there's some crossover there with next gen. So they probably want to be able to keep their next gen players who might be part-time students.
Great call. That's a great hot take.
Here, let's look at these NCPA requirements. This is a little summary they had made. The first one, high school diploma. That does impact players, not that many, but it impacts the really good ones.
Yeah, exactly. I've noticed the high school players that play around the country. You don't see a lot of bad ones coming out of high school playing.
No,
that is true. That is true. So, like, I mean, but it affects the high schoolers, I guess. Yeah, because that's so weird. Because you have like Ben Slive, who is taking the right amount of college credits. Yeah. But he's also like in high school.
Yeah, it's like a weird like case, I guess. He's in like a high school program.
Allowing you to apply for a red shirt.
we'll get to that. That's further down.
Right.
But I'm sure. Well, Mary's going to have some strong opinions here in a few minutes on the high school since she's one of the ones affected.
Yeah, this week's episode, Timber just told you. Yeah, we're interviewing Mary Monson from Utah Tech. Going to be a good one. But yeah, she's one of the biggest people that get impacted. Would love to hear what she has to say about that. Then, well, enrolled in college and university, that seems kind of necessary. I'm not reading this back. I'm not even sure what that means. Like, why is that there?
Well, I guess it means like, so wasn't there, who is it? The NCPA, was it the Penn State guy that was like a 6-0 who actually went to
No,
Penn
but he was
State?
enrolled. He was just at he was like on a satellite campus.
Yeah. And we're going to need some clarification on that. I've talked a little bit about that in the past with some of the decision makers. I don't know whether right now, if you're in a satellite campus, like at Indiana University, the main campus is in Bloomington. They have like 7 more regional campuses. On your degree, it doesn't say Indiana University Bloomington or Indiana University South Bend or whatever. It just says Indiana University. Yeah. So the rule has always been, if your local campus doesn't have a team, you can play on, another version of the team. It really hasn't affected teams that too much. Callan, the best player at Ohio State, his first year, he played at a satellite campus. Then I think one of the Purdue women, her first year was at Purdue Fort Wayne. It hasn't really been an issue yet, but it is. So I don't know if what Noah's trying to say here is you've got to be enrolled at that campus, or if he's just saying you got to be enrolled for that school,
or you have to be enrolled. It just says enrolled in college, which means, here you go, hot take with no proof, is what about if you're enrolled in a college that doesn't have a club? Can you go just play on can you just form your own team of degenerates? And
and now that's troll.
It just says enrolled in college.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're not
say in the college you're representing.
Yeah, we gotta. Yeah, I guess you upload your transcript. That's the biggest thing. If we go at the bottom, no PPA, APP, or MLP pro contracts. That is the biggest differentiator between Duper. They have pretty similar new rules going in, but signed pros out of there.
But like the APP contracts are non-exclusive.
Doesn't matter. It's still a contract.
Yeah.
What about juniors, right? If you sign if you're signing a PPA junior contract and you've graduated high school, right? Mm-hmm. Or you have a next gen agreement where they're helping you along the way, are you not allowed to play in?
Well, and NCPA, no.
Well, my sources tell me, my sources are Derek. My sources tell me that I will name my sources. Derek said that APP Next Gen was not going to count. It would have to be an APP quote pro contract. Now, I don't know about the PPA juniors because, frankly, until you said PPA junior, I'd never heard of it. So
like they just have these little things. But I'm going to go back to how we've made it to 25 episodes. I love how our journalism has become like, let's just find loopholes in everybody's stuff, and then hey, we have sources, but we'll tell you who they are.
Right. Listen, Derek told me he'll come on anytime and explain things, so I feel good naming Derek. Yeah. And listen, and he's worked his ass off to help Noah with this, so I'm really proud of both of them for putting together something that makes some sense.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think about the because next year, if this all stands the way we think it will, if you're a PPA player, you can play. The only thing you can play is Duper. Yeah, or Duper CPT.
Yeah, CPT.
Yeah. If you're an APP signed pro, you can play NCP. You can only play Duper and APP. So an APP could play Duper, right?
Yeah, it's not exclusive.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay.
So I think that it's not gonna matter as much as we think, only because the players don't like. The harder you make it on them, we've seen it, right? The harder you make it on them, the less likely they are to do it. And it's all about location. So, only a few teams actually travel. Everybody else is trying to stay not
Pretty
flying
regional.
distance away to these tournaments. So it's like, hey, if they can do, you'll see them start to schedule their own stuff.
We're seeing that already.
Well, hell, you're doing it. But
I almost played a UCF Moneyball.
Schedule their own stuff, man.
But conversely, the teams that do travel are traveling. I mean, I kind of talked about this in my Timbers Take this week. They're traveling because they're trying to make money, and I don't mean that negatively at all. Good for them. But the ones that are traveling are the ones that have the best chance of win typically.
Yeah.
And that's good. So coming into last week, before we talked to Bella, I was like, I told Noah and Derek this. I was like, your differentiator, maybe that's a good marketing move, but it's not going to make that much difference because the pros aren't playing 12 hours anyway. But then after talking to Bella, I think I might have been wrong on that. Some of those, I mean, Bella's taking 16 hours, and if she signs a contract, she won't be able to play next year in NCPA.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about how many players are we actually talking about? 10?
For signed or
for signed contract, like APP, PPA, MLP. How many players are we actually talking?
It's probably like 6.
Yeah, I think that the no high school kids actually affects them more because it eliminates the dual enrollment side, which I saw actually growing. Like that would grow because the amount of juniors coming up.
Oh yeah, they would for sure try to play.
That rule affects the sport more than the
signed
contract. Yep,
I agree.
But right now there's only 2 because you still got to be. Those they have to take. They would have to take. It's pretty hard to take 12 hours and be a full-time high school kid.
So that's true.
That might be somewhat of. I mean, we could talk to Mary about that. Could she take? Would she be able to be a high school kid and take 12 hours next year?
Yeah, I guess it would just be Ben. Ben Slive rule.
But if you had like that, those rules, I think for the high school kids coming in affect it more than the pros that are on their way out. Like they're not closer to getting they're on their way out.
Right.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see a more robust high school. State associations are starting to do high school. Utah is way ahead of the curve, of course, because it's Utah. It's Mary's mom, actually. Shout out to Helen, who's doing a great job.
Nice.
So I think you're going to see more high school
sanctioned sport anyway. Maryland's had it sanctioned for years,
but it's still not like it's like a sanctioned club sport.
No, it's not. It's a sanctioned state sport,
like football and basketball.
Like it's like state championship.
Yep. Yeah,
that's news to me.
That's awesome.
I don't think it's as robust and as we would hope it would be, but they have the high school in Maryland. It's a sanctioned state sport, just like everything else.
Yeah. Well, Arizona's getting there. I've been talking to the Arizona people. Kansas is getting there. So it's kind of, and high school is a tough nut to crack, man. I've been working on it a little bit in my other job, and just the organization is just not there. It's not like you can go to, every college pickleball team has an Instagram. I can go contact them.
Well,
there's no way. It's harder to do with high school.
Careful there, Timber. But look, I be to keep sidetracking like we normally do. One of the things that I don't think are truly valued about college pickleball right now is the impact it has on places where pickleball is not as dominant. Like in Florida, you could throw a stick right now and hit a pickleball court and had a bunch of people. But like you said, Kansas, in the Purdue environment, you have these smaller colleges that now, because the kids are all coming together and building community, that actual college is building out pickleball as a culture in the city across juniors and high school, but also in for adults. They're the ones driving the explosion of pickleball in their area, whereas some of these other states like California, Texas, Arizona, they're they've already there, and now they're building. I mean, you're going to start to see more of these middle America cultures because of college pickleball start to emerge.
Sure, absolutely. We've seen it. I mean, California college pickleball is exploding. I was out at that event in in the Silicon Valley area. You know, there's a lot of colleges in California, and there's still, you know, there are a couple of really good teams out there, and then there's some that are getting it together. But I mean, when you can play in the sunshine 365 days a year, you know, they're gonna get good.
Yeah, my only hope is that actual colleges start to understand culture. Taking issue with UCF right now because they don't pay attention to their community like they should, and they throw events at the same time as other people, and that should be a no-no. And that's a just complete lack of awareness, and I expect that from college kids, but not UCF.
That's awesome. Wait, I had one thing that I saw in the comment section of the NCPA eligibility requirements, and it actually came from Irina Tereshchenko. She was in the comments, and I thought it was a marvelous point about the new credit rules. So we're so in the space that we think 12 credits, we're like, oh, that's to limit pros. Yeah, oh, that's going to limit the pros. But there are part-time students that are working, and now they can't play. Like, if you're taking 6 credits because you're actually working a job, now you're ineligible to play college pickleball.
This is where the fight of college pickleball is absolutely happening, right? So is college pickleball a competitive environment, or is it rec? And right now you see clubs doing both. Look, if you have to work and go to college, you are probably not trying to be pro. And I love Irina. I've commentated with her. She's one of the OGs of the sport, but watching her for years. That's a good take, and it's accurate. But like, do I really want somebody on my competitive team where I'm having to spend $2,000 of my own money to go compete for money? Do I want to be alongside somebody who can't commit as much as I am? I mean, football players aren't doing it. Basketball players aren't doing it. The volleyball kids aren't doing it. You know,
I don't think 9 credits is I think 9 was might have been a good number for that. I think the difference between 9 and 12 is slim.
Well, 9 and 12 is one class.
Yeah,
you guys have hit the nail absolutely on the head right now. I mean, let's take basketball. Okay, okay. You have these kids on campus who are elite basketball players. Many of them are playing this week, not Indiana, but many other schools are playing. That is their job. They are varsity basketball players. You know, that's their job. So that takes care of your competitive aspect. Then at the next level, you have club sport. You have a club basketball team where it's still very competitive. You're still going and playing other clubs, but there's no money involved. You know, rarely do they don't have prize pools. You know, you go win the club basketball championship, you don't win a $10,000 purse. But that kind of takes that social and competitive. Then you have on campus, you have intramurals, you know, that anybody can pretty much play in. So we're trying to be all things to all people right now. And I think that's what we should be doing in an emerging sport. But it does make life harder. It just does. Yeah. Because, I mean, you look at, I love to praise Villanova. Villanova doesn't go to those events to try to win anything. They go to have a good time. I mean, if they win a match, it's a bonus. You know, they're there for fun. I love their team. You know, FAU is not there to have a good time. They're there to win. And again, that's no shade at all. I applaud that, but every school is going to have a different take on it. And, it's not going to be NCAA sport very soon. We don't want it to be an NCAA sport, but there's some things we are copying because on the competitive side, it's more about NCAA. Full-time student is an NCAA rule, and we've adopted that out of NCAA.
Well, this is a good segue. She is in the waiting room. We're throwing her into the fire.
Good luck.
Shut up. There we go. Introducing Mary Monson from Utah Tech. Oh my gosh.
No.
That's crazy. What's up, guys?
Hey, how are you, Mary?
What's up?
Doing well. How are you?
Amazing.
Good. How you doing?
Doing good.
So Mary, the coach of North Florida, just booed you. So let's cross him right off the college list. North Florida's out.
Listen, with the new eligibility rules, like Timber's recruiting the hell out of you.
Oh, I got a sticker on my desk.
Yeah, listen, Utah. I don't know if you would make it down here in Florida. We like to have fun.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, we like to have fun. We're not like super serious. We like to have a good time, things like that. So Mary, IU might be a good fit. They don't have fun.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, little thing coming up called Little Five. They made a movie about it. Oscar-winning movie about how much fun we have.
Timber, you ask the questions. Go ahead.
But Mary, Mary, have you been listening to our little argument before you got here?
No, I didn't hear much of anything.
All right, so we're talking. Well, that's probably smart. So we've already dove into some next year's eligibility. It affects you more than most. So I would like, and not just about the high school eligibility, I would just like to hear your thoughts on the evolving eligibility of college pickleball.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'll just start, like, when I first heard about the eligibility rules, my initial reaction was like, oh, like I'm flattered. They're banning high schoolers. Like I must be a real problem.
You are.
But talking to a couple people who are higher up in the college pickleball scene, people who are enforcing these rules and stuff, I found out it's more of a legitimacy issue. And I love playing college pickleball. But I also just am trying to help grow pickleball and grow the sport. And I think these eligibility rules, after talking to these people, it's just a step closer to making it more legit and kind of knuckling down on the rules. At the same time, kind of sucks because I don't get to play my senior year of high school, which is a good shame. But I do understand where they're coming from. I don't like how it lowers the level. To say with the high school and the pro rules, I feel like it lowers the level of competition, which I'm not a huge fan of. But I mean, any step to kind of grow the sport, legitimize it, because pickleball is still somewhat unserious of a sport. So any step we can get to having it be a little bit more taken seriously and stuff, I'm all for that.
You thought they were making the rule because of you?
Oh, they were.
No, that's a joke.
No,
low key.
It's a joke.
I mean, I think we should definitely name it that rule after you.
The
Mary rule.
We'll start.
I could get behind that.
There you go. See, now we're having fun.
Lock it in.
Well, Mary, behind the scenes, the rule about you can only play X number of years, unofficially, what do you think we were calling that rule? From a member of your team.
I don't know if I should name names.
It was the Benson rule.
The Benson rule. Surely the Benson rule.
How long has he been playing?
Not only is Utah Tech just taking over college pickleball, but they're just taking every rule. All the rules are being made against them.
Can we just name all of the eligibility rules? Utah Tech.
Tech rules. Right. No, when we first started talking about it, I saw Benson somewhere because the first time I ever met Benson, he was telling me that he took classes part-time. He worked full-time, with the pickler. And he was like, yeah, man, I'm just going to take part-time classes and play college pickleball forever. And I was like, dude, you are my hero. Because that's all I ever wanted to do was be in college forever too. So, which I've managed to do. But the good thing for Benson is those rules don't start till next year. He's got 5 more years he can play.
And he might just take advantage of that. Benson might have been playing college pickleball longer than I've been in high school. I can't say that for sure, but it might be possible.
How long have you been in high school?
I'm a junior, so I'm on my 3rd year of high school. So I don't know. I'm not keeping track of Benson's years, but we might be close.
I think we're definitely close.
Yeah. I want to know more about your journey here, right? So you're a junior in high school, which playing pickleball is already a little abnormal, right? But playing at the level that you do, what was your background before you started playing pickleball?
Yeah, so I played lots of different sports growing up. Nothing seriously. Played little soccer, little volleyball, little basketball. And then once COVID hit, my mom introduced me and a couple of my siblings to pickleball. We started playing in the driveway. All the junior tournaments, we actually made it out to the Junior Olympics 3 times. So I triple crowned 3 years in a row at the Pickleball Junior Olympics. So that was pretty sick. So I had a pretty good junior resume going there. And one of my good friends who I knew from junior tournaments actually ended up going to Utah Tech a couple years before me. Big player down there. And then once I had my sophomore year of high school, I did the same thing a lot of my older siblings did through high school, was they did concurrent enrollment classes at Utah Tech, get some college credits out of the way for cheap. It's only $15 a course if you do it in high school.
What?
So pickleball
Holy
or not,
crap.
my plan, I know it's cheap as dirt. But pickleball or not, my plan was to go do concurrent enrollment at Utah Tech. That's what my older siblings did. And then everything kind of like, I just feel super blessed. Everything came together really well where we have one of the top teams in the nation. They had a little spot for me on their B team. So I just went, started playing some college pickleball at 15, traveling by myself. At this point, I'm throwing in some pro tournaments here and there. So I just, lots of college stuff, lots of pro stuff. And then it just worked out now where I can get my credits for so cheap. And yeah, so it's like I've been enrolled as a full-time degree pursuing student at Utah Tech since my sophomore year of high school.
So how many credits? Yeah, we had the same question, David. Yeah.
When you graduate high school, how close will you be to graduating?
I'll graduate with my associate's degree from Utah
60.
Tech. So I'm taking, it'll be 60 credits by the time I'm done. So I'm doing 12 a semester right now on top of all my 8 high school classes at the same time. But lucky for me, everything's online. So I just take my little laptop wherever I am, whatever tournament, get my stuff done in the hotel, on the road, whatever. It works out really nice.
Your high school and your college are all online?
Yeah, everything's online.
Oh,
dude, is there even any part-time students? Now I feel like all the pros we talk to are taking the 12 credits.
Right?
Like no one's even doing part-time. That's crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been, full-time as long as I've been here. So
are you going to, like, the 4 years you're actually attending college as a college student, you should come out of there with a master's degree. I mean,
well, I don't know. We'll see what I do because I'll only have to do 2 years to get a bachelor's.
right.
And at the very least, I'll go and get a bachelor's degree no matter what. And then I don't know. We'll kind of see because college pickleball is changing. It's growing so much. So, I mean, who knows where I'll be back then. I would like to just be playing pro full time, but at the end of the day, I'll still get my bachelor's no matter what. And we'll see whether I'll be playing college pickleball while I'm getting my degree or just sticking to pro. But who knows? We'll see.
What are you going to study in college?
That's the question. I don't really know. I'm getting my associate's degree just in general studies because, I mean, I was 15 when I chose it. So I was like, I don't really know what I want to go into. So the associate's degree is just in general studies. And then that's the hard thing about it is once I go to college for real, I'll have all my generals out of the way. So I'll have to kind of already decided and hit the ground running. But
yeah, you will.
The smartest people in the world have associate's degree. And then nothing else. So, all right. You see what's happening in the college space. You've been doing it from juniors to, now playing, and you're also mixing in some pro, right? You said you want to go full-time pro.
Yeah.
What exactly does that mean for you? You're looking to compete at the highest level. You're looking to be on championship court of PPAs. What does being pro mean to you?
I mean, just competing at the highest level, being the best player that I can be. Eventually, I think APPs, PPAs, MLP, like all of that's very enticing. I'm throwing in some international pro tournaments this year, so all of that stuff is looking pretty sweet. But just eventually a pro contract and just making a living off it would be great. I
see that path for you. I'm going to tell a story on you that I love. I think you'll like it. So I met Mary last year at maybe the APP event. I'd seen you around, but I finally got a chance. So I was standing behind Mary. She was playing doubles for Utah Tech, and she's a sophomore in high school, right? I didn't know this necessarily at the time, but I'm standing behind her on the fence, and her teammate's getting a little flustered. Things aren't going great. Mary called the timeout and brought her teammate over, and she was the leader in the huddle. In the huddle when you know how that is, you're all flustered, and she was the leader. And I was like, that's the high school girl, right? And somebody was like, yeah. And I was like, oh my gosh. Obviously she's really talented. There's no doubt about that. She's got a head for this. And we know people that don't. Well, and she's got a head for this.
So I have some questions about Utah Tech and some things that I watched with you in St. Louis. So Utah Tech, how do you guys decide who's playing Utah Tech 1 and who's playing Utah Tech 2?
So we're actually really lucky. We have 2 coaches who make all the decisions for us. So it's really nice that it's not, up to the players, not any drama between the players. It's all in the coach's hands, which just makes it so nice. And pretty much we just have to earn our spots. Like, I don't know if you guys know, we played nearly every regional tournament there was out west over the fall. And then in between the fall regional tournaments and the nationals in the springs, we had a few what we call playoffs where we all would meet up in St. George, play a bunch of games against each other. Our coaches would watch, analyze, take stats. So it was all statistical decisions from our coaches.
There you go. That was a big question here. So, okay, St. Louis, you are playing on championship. I know, you know exactly where it's going. So,
brother,
one of the things I just wanted to ask you about was you took a really hard loss, okay, in that singles match, and then went right back out into the next one. Okay, did you want that, or was that the coaches putting you out? Whose decision was that? Because I saw it and was like, ooh, you're still young. I get it, you compete, but that had to be difficult. Who made that decision?
So it was a really tough loss, like you said. Gave up a big fat lead. Really unfortunate.
Nice.
And if I could have had it my way, I wouldn't have gone straight into women's doubles. But the way that it panned out was actually at the start of the match. The ref had us choose the order for all 6 matches right at the beginning. So we wanted to start with men's singles, and then whenever we do genders, we send women's doubles out first as well. So it had me, regardless of how the outcome of the women's singles match, we couldn't have changed it after the matter. So I think if I had been able to close out that women's singles game, I think it's easy to say the momentum could have gone the opposite way really easily. But because I come fresh off of a tough loss, Ava battled. She played so good. I think that momentum really did benefit their teams throughout the rest of the match.
Yeah, I agree. I think if that match went a different way, you come out into women's doubles absolutely in fuego, and it makes that women's doubles match probably the best women's doubles match of the year in college pickleball.
So David, Derek actually saw us talking about this on a previous episode, and he pointed out something. Since Utah Tech had picked previous to the match, Utah Tech had picked, okay, this round we're going to play gender. It was actually their opponents that got to choose the women going out first. So Utah Tech didn't have anything to do with it. FAU put out women first, which if they did it at that time, that was really smart because they had the momentum because Ava had made the big comeback, So it really wasn't in there. It was, according to Derek, it wasn't in Utah Tech's hands at all.
Well, I know that's kind of, as a player, and I am a competitive player too. I beat Martin before. So doing that, you get back and you have to right away turn around and get ready for APP, right? And get ready for that. What's that process like for you guys as a team to start getting ready for the next series, an absolute gauntlet of tournaments coming up? Because you APP, and then you have a little break, and then you've got another Atlanta regional, and you've got another national championship. So what's the prep like for you guys?
I mean, well, between NCPA and APP, right? Like we play Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so we travel Thursday and Monday are our travel days. So we really only have Tuesday and Wednesday at home. So for me, I'm always resting Tuesday, and then Wednesday I'll go out and train and stuff. But as far as team dynamic, it's just, throwing the result from the last tournament, win or lose, we throw that out the window and our mind's already focused on the next step. Like you can't do well if you're still focused on things that have happened in the past, win or lose. So, I mean, all of us just have to mentally focus on the next match, the next event, whatever, regardless of, result or
because you went right out and started winning like individuals and stuff like that. So that was, I was like, okay, she's a gamer. So you guys are getting ready for College Pickleball Tour, the final championship of the year. Okay. What are you guys doing to get ready? And do you already have your team selected? And can you privately message me so that when I'm making picks, I know who's actually playing on what team so I can win this league that we have that's with dumb rules from Martin?
I don't know about that last part. That might be top secret, confidential information.
I won't share.
All right, thanks for the interview. Bye, Mary. No,
all right. But no, in between events and tournaments and stuff, we're all, I mean, it's been said about our team before, we're all pretty spread out, right? A lot of us aren't right in St. George, able to practice with the coaches and with each other all the time. But that's the nice thing about our team is we all trust each other, that we're putting in the work wherever we're at. So everybody's out, you know, competing, training, getting ready. And then, yeah, we're all just kind of just keeping it up, keeping up the hard work, getting ready. Like I said, I mean, some of us got good results in APP. We did really well as a team, I thought. And so throwing that out the window, eyes on Duper Nationals, and then that's the next step.
How many teams are you going to send? You can send up to 3 to Duper in 3 different brackets. How many are you going to send?
That's still up in the air right now. We haven't confirmed yet. I can say we're definitely not sending 3. So we're either going to send 1 or 2.
Okay. And will you have any challenger players, or are you just sending team players?
Just team players. It's a long way for us to come out from all the way to Utah. So flights are expensive and stuff. So we're just doing
it. You guys got that Utah Tech money. You guys are making money.
That's gone, dude. It's already gone.
Right.
No, that goes straight to the players, bro. You swear they're saving that up.
Who pays for your flights? The club or the players?
It depends. It depends how we do. Like in all the regionals, we did pretty well in all the regionals. We placed 1st and 2nd, so that money covered a lot of our travel expenses. But in a year where we don't do so good, maybe we have to pay out of pocket.
So it's like pro pickleball. So when you're making your decision for college, okay, is a team having a bus driven by the general manager a deciding factor?
Is this another Benson?
This is a Timber Tucker.
No, I'm dying to get on the bus.
You have a bus, Timber?
Yeah, we have a bus.
Benson drives us around in a big old 15-passenger van to all the regional tournaments.
That's awesome. Well, see, I care at Indiana. We'll care more about your safety. We're not allowed to use 15-passenger vans because they have a tendency to roll over. You'll be on a bus.
Well, don't say that.
A proper bus.
A proper bus.
Like this thing looks awesome.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I'm gonna have to go do my research and see some of the Indiana bus pictures.
Yeah. Well, so
like episode 12 or something like that.
Yeah. Jack Monroe, we had a bet with Jack Monroe that he ducked us, but he was supposed to play in the Noblesville Regional, and if Texas beat Indiana, I had to drive the Texas and Indiana players around, and for them to go clubbing, I was going to have to be the designated driver in the bus.
Now that all is said is done, Jack would have crushed you guys. If you guys
he would have.
If you lost to USF, you guys would have got cooked.
He ducked us.
Here, Mary, my last question here. All right.
Go ahead.
Let's see how much you know ball. Other than Utah Tech and FAU, who is your top 2 like college pickleball programs in
this year?
Yeah. Programs or like teams?
No, college pickleball teams, like the
team. Like
the college pickleball school. Who's good other than Utah Tech and FAU?
And Jack doesn't count because he's not playing anymore.
He's not playing anymore. He sucks.
He'll be at Duper?
No.
He'll be at
No.
Okay. No. Never mind. Okay. Teams, I would say UCF has been looking pretty good.
Boo.
UCF's been doing well. Okay, I'm so sorry. Never mind. No, UCF is looking good.
Okay.
What was the freaking team that I forget.
San Diego?
Oh yeah, San Diego's looking
good. Give her the teams.
She was asking the name.
That's what I was thinking of. I just forgot their name. But yeah, we played against them in a lot of our regional stops too.
Yeah.
And they've just been getting so much better, so much faster. Like since we played them, I think the last stop we played them in was in November compared to when we saw them in St. Louis. Like they all just got probably 0.5 duper better, at least in that little break off. They're getting good quick.
I just want it pointed out that Mary picked 2 teams that I have picked, that neither one of you even thought were good. I just want that noted. Put that in the notes, show notes.
We're on the same page, David.
Also, Also put in the notes that she didn't say Michigan. So
Michigan pulled out. That was
Michigan, dude. Yeah, they suck, dude.
My greatest pick of all time, Mary, Radford.
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 They
I
did
picked
good.
Radford one thing, and they started showing up. I can't even tell you.
They picked Radford randomly, and they won the whole regional. And we were like, what the?
Well, they popped off in Florida too against FAU.
They had it. They had it, dude. Those two European guys that look 50. Yeah. They have like two Russian guys that are just like.
Can we get a Radford eligibility rule?
There might. You never know.
No, what made me sad is I looked them up and they're like 4 years younger than me.
Well,
so,
not for nothing, man. I mean, you talk about like schools like Drury now that are becoming varsity, able to give scholarships. They are actively recruiting overseas. I think you're going to see in the next 3 to 5 years, college pickleball will start to have more overseas players that are almost on the same trajectory like you are, not in high school, but like use it as a platform to jump off into pro.
That's already a huge thing in college tennis. The former IU women's tennis coach is a friend of mine, and all he did was go overseas and recruit.
Yep.
Now, obviously, we've got more homegrown talent in pickleball right now, but as time goes on, I mean, what's going on in Asia right now, that could have an impact.
Yeah, they're going to be nasty. They're already nasty, but
yeah. So,
alrighty, Mary.
One more question for Mary. Are you doing anything else between now and Atlanta, or is that the next tournament?
Yeah, no, that's my next stop. So I have a big old break here, and then we'll pick it back up with tournaments 2 or 3 a month, starting to then after Atlanta. So
that's exciting.
Well, wait, you don't like go and I forgot what the name of the video, but you don't go and just like smoke dudes and like local money balls.
No, well, where I live, we don't have a lot of money balls. Like the ones that we do up in northern Utah, there's not a lot. We have one that's like $40-$50 for each winner. And I'm like,
oh, what?
Yeah. Everybody pays $10 and then it's like it's not great payout. So I mostly drill and then get some rec games here and there, but I mostly do just drill up here.
I mean, Utah sounds like it sucks.
This guy's a hater.
Bro, like, how are you going to play? Like, I would think, seriously, if you had a few weeks off, I would think that you could probably make a little bag just playing local money balls that every dude would want to play with you.
Yeah, that would be nice. There are some, like, I just live in a bad spot in Utah. Like, about an hour south of me is where a lot of the PPA pros live, like Elise, Callie, Etta. Like, they all live about an hour south of me. And then 5 hours south is St. George. And so I'm kind of just in a really unfortunate spot where I am right now as far as the pickleball scene goes. But I'm working a lot and picking up a lot of extra hours in the break, so I'll still make some money.
All right.
Do you work at a facility? Do you work at a facility?
Yeah, I work at the Pickler.
Oh, cool. Which one?
Kaysville.
Oh, the OG, right?
Oh, we went there for MLP.
Oh, that's where the MLP was at.
Yeah,
that's right. That's my sports.
Wasn't that the first Pickler?
It was the second one. So they had one like 15 minutes away. It's a little smaller, 5 courts.
I gotta tell you, that makes it even more shocking. The fact that there was an MLP there and there's not a lot of money balls, but also too is there was another facility a block and a half away that was also indoors. Is that facility still there?
Oh yeah, there's so many indoor courts here. There's like,
how do you not have a bunch of money balls? What in the hell's going on in Utah?
I don't know. We just don't. It's a very like
start throwing them yourself.
Yeah, so all like families and parents and stuff. Not a lot of college kids or up and coming pros. More residential crowd.
So my son actually is at he's stationed overseas right now, but he's at Hill, so I get to go out there and I've actually played in that Kaysville before with him.
Oh, there you go.
I played against Amin and Millie Rain with I think Martin.
Yeah, dude, I was cooking Millie, bro. Somebody signed me.
The altitude. I was scared to drive there too, but that's another story.
Alrighty, Mary. Any parting words that you want to share about anything?
I got nothing. I'm just happy to be here playing college pickleball. A little upset. This might be my last year for a little bit, but we're just happy, blessed to have got to play 2 years of college pickleball.
How can people follow your journey here, Mary?
Sorry?
How can people follow your journey?
Oh, go follow the Instagram, Mary Vera Pickleball.
We'll put it in the show notes so you guys can follow Mary.
There you go, everybody.
What's your Venmo? No, I'm kidding. All right.
Venmo too. Because of the lack of money balls.
Perfect.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, thank you so much, Mary. Hope you had a blast. We did. Hasta luego.
Thank you, guys. Nice chatting.
See you in a couple of weeks, Mary.
Yeah, we'll see you soon.
That was great.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's so mature.
She's still trying to figure out how to, in the background, I could see her trying to figure out how to exit. There we go.
Listen, in high school, at her age,
8 high school classes with 12 credits of college.
I wasn't even good at my 4 high school classes. We have
and like pro/college pickleball,
and a job at the Pickler. That's the kids that I couldn't stand.
Dude, that's like too elite. Like, just go home and watch Netflix.
I mean, in all fairness here, right? All of us are living lives. Timber and I have lived much longer than you, Martin. Like, you try to grow up, right? Like, what is she gonna? She's gonna have to be an astronaut, and play pickleball on the moon to keep topping and growing and getting better. That's literally the Mary Monson is gonna have to play pickleball on the moon.
I 100%. I couldn't agree with you more, David. And it's not just Mary. That one of my favorite things about getting to hang out with these, 18 to 25-year-olds that play college pickleball, they're all like that. I mean, they're such high achievers, such quality people. I mean, you're not going to probably have the Alabama's dealing with right now, the basketball player that doesn't get to play this week because he had 2 pounds of pot at his house. You just don't have that in college pickleball. You don't have the problems. And these very mature kids, they're not really kids, but they are to me. Mm-hmm. And that's the best part about the sport, is just being able to hang with them. I mean, I tell this joke all the time, but I sort of mean it too, which is you'll never hear me say anything bad or rip on a Stanford team, because somebody on that team is going to have $1 billion startup that I want to work for someday. It's just the best part of it is the and that sounds kind of ass kissy, but it's really, really, really true.
Well, you see these organizations making decisions, but now you're meeting the results of those decisions. And so I'm actually interested to see how kind of the follower base takes this because literally CPT Nationals in April and no more Mary Monson. We are losing
for the year
a star.
Yeah, wait. She'll be back in 2 years playing for the Hoosiers. Let's remember that. She's got to take a year off, and then she'll be back as a full-time Hoosier student, potentially
maybe
living in my basement if I've got to get in-state.
Mary Monson's on a trajectory. I will tell you this: Eric Tice and I talked about Mary Monson. In 2 years, Timber, she might be a top 20 player in the world.
I know.
You ain't sniffing.
I know.
You're not sniffing her coming to your college. She's going to have a contract.
No, but she did. Did you hear her say she's going to get her undergrad degree? So,
I mean, listen, I got to tell you, though, she could pay for it with the money she's going to make in pickleball.
Yeah. And I meant it when she was here. It's not just that there's a lot of talented players out there. She's got a head for it. She's got the head for it.
It would be great. Now that I've actually got a chance to meet her and not just watched her play, I think it actually would be hilarious to have her on the bus with Jack Monroe and us, and a bunch of other clowns. It actually would be hilarious. We got to figure out how to get on this bus.
So
are you taking the bus? Wait, are you taking the bus to CPT?
No, because I'm coming from DC from an event, a YOLO event. But listen, you have just had the best idea. My summer is a little more free because college is out. Mm-hmm. Let's get a couple sponsors and let's take the bus. And let's just drive around and pick up all the great. We go to Utah. We pick up some of those players. We go get Jack.
Everybody. We'll tour and
barnstorming. Let's do a barnstorming tour.
I mean, listen, I would do a summer college pickleball road trip, and we could do some fun stuff. I would do that in a heartbeat. Especially during the summer here in Florida. I love the heat, but that would actually be crazy fun.
Barnstorming. Listen, there's there's a little bit of movement on. I've got a meeting Monday. There's a group that wants to do some things around, like, you can go to like these fantasy basketball camps and go play on the Duke campus or whatever. They're talking about doing that with pickleball.
Oh yeah.
So we will bring our group, our barnstorming college players with Mary and Jack and Liam and Carter. We'll bring them in, and it'll be like a fantasy camp against our college players.
I mean, we'll bring out Jaden, Bella, UCF
We'll
decide to play nice again. We could have the all-star college team and just like Harlem Globetrottered up.
Exactly. It's exactly what it is. It's a barnstorming tour. I'm telling you what, I would do that for free all summer. That would be so fun.
Sounds good. Sounds good, dude. I'll be waiting for you to pick us up here in Florida.
Well, you might have to meet me at the bus.
I'm at the very bottom. So,
all right, Martin, what do we got left to talk about, man?
No events this week, right?
Nothing.
We learned that your event is next week.
Yeah, my event's next week.
Here, we can bring this up. We can finish the show. Martin is still in first place, baby.
We already did this.
Not for this episode. I just love showing how I'm still in first place.
I just want you to read my title.
Nostra David.
Nope.
Today. What is it today?
Please follow me on Insta. Yeah, go ahead, man. You can shout yourself out. I can't read the bottom part, like my eyes, or I can't squint. Remember the Titans?
Remember the time Martin got smoked by Colin Schick?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember. I have every point in my head. Well, yeah. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We've got some exciting stuff coming for Duper Nationals, so stay tuned.